Alrighty, all. Hello. Welcome to more Americans in Europe, although this time Americans being American vehicles in Europe and how some of them just stand out quite a bit. They don't blend in at all. We've looked at Americans driving in Europe, and that is funny, and I'll have more of that coming out very soon. We've also looked at how American vehicles don't tend to sell very well in European countries, and there's multiple reasons for that. But the various vehicles that do make their way overseas, let me tell you, seeing European cities and architecture and the windy streets filled with any American vehicle is actually more fascinating than you might think. At least to me, it's kind of cool and funny at the same time. So let's take a look at what this is like.
People are staring at me like I'm mad driving around here. That's it.
Oh, jeez.
This is a 1,000 horsepower Hennessy Mammoth, and I'm going to use it to see what it's like to live with a huge high-performance American pickup truck in the UK. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so that's an awesome truck. Wow, that is pretty weird looking already in just a couple screenshots of it in the UK. It's a Ram 1500, so just the entry size. Now, this is the biggest 1500 you can buy, being the TRX Mammoth package is just more horsepower. So this is a crazy truck, but not even near the biggest truck you could buy here.
I need to go and fill up with petrol.
Oh, geez.
Sorry, excuse me. Oh, this is going to be bloody awkward, this is. Come on then. Got to finish
that thing. Like, the fuel stations just look so different, even the pumps and everything, right? That thing sitting at a fuel station in the UK just cracks me up for some reason.
This guy behind, I've trapped in. He doesn't realise how long this could take. Sorry.
He doesn't. That thing is going to take a long time. When you have a truck and you have the audacity to put it down almost to empty instead of filling it up at half like you should.
Oh my God, you're
going to be there for a while.
Pounds. In fact, it's 120, and it's still going. How big is this tank?
Big.
I'm paying 182.9 pence per litre. And
Jeez.
the Americans moan about their gas prices. They should come
We
in
do.
here.
I feel like we shouldn't after what I see in European countries, though. You're right. 174 pounds he's up to. I got to convert that in a second.
Insane. Is this going to break the 200-pound barrier? I've never put more than 200 pounds in a car.
Jeez.
Right, are we done? It has stopped at 101 litres and over 180 pounds.
184. Let's see what that is. All right, so 184 British pounds is 247 US dollars. Oh my God. That is crazy expensive. I mean, that would probably cost, it depends on the state because a lot of states vary in price here too, but that would probably cost around $120 here to fill up maybe, or $110. That's crazy expensive. Wow.
Now, I've got to pay.
Oh, that's right. You guys get fuel and then pay. Holy smokes, that's so weird. They don't let you do that here.
I need to call my bank first. Turns out that actually this had a cut-off, so it's not full yet. It's cut off at just over 100 litres. I've got to go again. If you get him to reverse up, you can get out. Okay. Oh,
He literally has trapped them.
Now behind, I can't blame them. I'm going to be the most hated person at this Tesco forecourt.
Look at that. Oh my God, he's causing chaos at the fuel station.
Go as quick as I can before the people behind me kill me. Okay, right, better go pay for the other bit in here. They're getting annoyed behind. Okay,
I've never seen that happen.
184.
Then again, our fuel stations tend to have more room than that. Like I feel like they have like no room to get out clearly. And yeah, it's a little bit the truck's fault, but also like, damn, right?
£4.
You can tell how tightly packed some places are. They should have room to pull out, I feel like.
Another £27. So that's over 200 quid.
Wow.
I better get going because they're going to kill me.
That is hilarious. When you spot a Ram in Germany, oh my God, that's crazy. This is another Ram 1500. So yeah, it's a big truck. It's just crazy that they get bigger than that here. But that's certainly, it looks bigger. Just because of the surroundings. I mean, here's the thing, too, I think we have to point out. Like, these trucks, I imagine, aren't anywhere near as common, right? In Germany, in UK, in Portugal, wherever, right? Pick your country in Europe. Now, I'm sure many people do have trucks, and maybe not this style truck, maybe smaller trucks, but like there are trucks, of course. You have to have trucks and vans in a functioning place, right, for work and utility. To be fair, a lot of these are going to be around city environments, and let's get real. Like, I don't live proper like downtown Chicago, and I say I'm from Chicago. That's what we say, like a lot of people say, but like Chicago's a huge area, and if we're talking about actual downtown Chicago, that exact truck pictured here would be a nightmare as well. And that's in good old America, right? That's in the United States. If you're in a proper city, you don't want a truck either. And most people in Chicago, if they live right downtown, they're not going to have a truck. They might not have a car at all, or they're going to have a small car. So I think that's worth pointing out, but we'll like, it's still have fun with this, but seeing a Ram in a city like this is just funny because, of course, European cities are still going to be a little, different architecture, tighter roads, older roads, you know what I mean? So it's still cool and still funny, and this would be a nightmare to drive there. But don't think that our cities like downtown Chicago or downtown New York City are like filled with these, because they're not. People, I've always liked trucks and had trucks, at least one truck in the stable, right? But that's because I don't live downtown. I live outside of the city. I just have close access to it. Now, if I go to the city, I'm not taking the truck. I've made that mistake before. It's not fun. I love the comments, though. These cars are so ridiculous. Putting that American truck on European roads, it looks huge. It looks like a normal truck in the States that looks so much bigger. Yeah, that is pretty funny. That's not even a big truck. I want to see a dually over there. Yeah, if this was a Ram 3500 crew cab long bed dually, so dual rear wheel, oh my God, those are a nightmare even on our streets. I can't imagine in Germany, in any city, in any European city, honestly. Okay, what do we got here? Here's an American GMC. Now that's cool because I never remember, like, you guys have Chevrolet overseas, Chevy, right? GMC is one of those sister brands that I'm not sure if they've ever had outside, but I guess they do. So yeah, this is a GMC. Let's see. Is it 6-lug hubs? I think it's 6-lug hubs. So it's a GMC 1500. If it's 8-lug hubs, of course, it's a heavy duty, like 25 or 3500 series truck. Still a big one now. It's a crew cab, medium length of bed. Look at how big it is next to the most popular truck in Europe. Okay, so it's like a Ford Ranger, which is an awesome truck, by the way. It's funny. It's just because these don't sell well in the U.S. Everyone wants the big trucks. And there is quite a difference. What's funny is that Ford Ranger probably could tow a good amount. It has great fuel mileage. I bet y'all can get those with diesels. We can't. It's weird. You have to get big vehicles to get diesels here. It's very annoying. So if you have a Ford Ranger with a diesel, that's a great truck, and it will fit in cities better if you have to go in cities. Obviously, out in the countryside, it'll still work as well. This thing is barely going to fit. Oh, my God, that's scary. Wow, good luck parking that truck anywhere in the UK. Oh, he's on the wrong side, too, because it's supposed to be right-hand drive in the UK. Oh, my God, that's hilarious. What a pain. London versus a GMC Sierra. Oh, my God. Now, it is a diesel. You can get the diesels in half tons, which is what this is as well. That seems pretty affordable to fill. Why does that feel like similar fuel prices to here? Maybe petrol is more expensive, but diesels is cheaper in Europe. Is that right? Because diesel is usually more expensive here than petrol, which is weird. I bet that turns a lot of heads, and maybe not in a good way. Maybe people are like disgusted, but the point is, I bet this garners a lot of attention driving this in London. I mean, look at that surrounding and look at that truck. To me, it just looks so funny. Who needs this? It's just a pedestrian hazard. Hey, you don't want to drive to the grocery store in a awesome big old truck? Never mind. Look at this, an Cadillac Escalade in France. That is weird. Look at the typical, look at the French license plate on. That's actually kind of interesting to see how it's like the American style shape and size. See, that's cool. You can do different plates. Here, it doesn't matter if our plate doesn't fit the car right. You don't have a choice. I like how you guys can do different shaped plates for different vehicles. I think that's pretty neat. one thing we're lacking here, of course. It's funny to see the typical, stereotypical, I guess you could say, European hatchback right here. And then the Cadillac Escalade looks monstrous. Escalades are definitely big, but they don't look big on our streets. So that's why this is so weird. This looks like a bus almost on these streets. It looks obnoxiously big. It's so funny. Oh my God. It just doesn't even look. It's funny, as someone who likes American trucks, like I do like our trucks. Now I'm a weird like automotive nerd. I like everything. I would just as much want to drive that hatchback in front of it. And I'm also someone situational. So like if I have a big open country road in America, of course I wouldn't mind having a truck. I like that. But if I am in France, I'll admit, even though I like trucks, I like American trucks, I don't want to drive that Escalade. If I'm in France, I want to drive what you should drive, right? So I want to drive a smaller car. And if this hatchback was a manual, maybe a little manual diesel hatchback, sign me up. That's what I want. Because I admit, this wouldn't even be pleasant to drive around. It'd just be stressful. Like, your blind spots would be crazy. You're trying to maneuver all the crazy intersections and stuff I've seen in France on video. This is not what you want to be in. Of people walking, right? Pedestrians everywhere, different road systems, different rules. This is not it.
Love American
a
muscle
purple
cars,
Challenger.
especially the Dodge Challenger. Now it's unfortunate we don't see many American muscle cars in the UK and especially London. But what do you guys think? Do you think an American muscle car would be an ideal daily car for the streets of London?
No.
What do you guys think? To be honest, it is a bit big, and you'd probably better off by buying one of those S63s over there. What do you guys think? Let me know.
Okay,
now,
so that's a good
American
point.
Muscle cars.
So we know the truck thing, right? Trucks are huge, Escalades, all that stuff. Those are funny to see, and they're ridiculous on European streets, naturally. Now, cars are cars, right? American cars might be bigger than average European cars, sure, but they're not trucks, right? This Challenger is a lot smaller than a truck. So I don't think size is the issue here, although I will admit, I will admit that this thing parked there takes up the whole lane, right? Like, it looks like it's right up against the footpath or the sidewalk, and it's still kind of actually sticking out over the line here. So you don't get much room for error parking. So kind of shockingly for my American mind, even this Challenger is too wide and looks like it would be hard to live with parking wise. And at least if you're in the city, you don't really have room to stretch its legs anyway. Not to mention, I admit, muscle cars are, fun and powerful, but you can't gun it, right? You got to really feather these things. If you just try and give this thing throttle in the city, it's going to get squirrely and you're probably going to get in trouble, right? It's going to swerve into a lamppost or something. So this would not be a good daily driver, in my opinion, because it really takes up as much lane space as that literal SUV in front of it.
And especially London.
And yet it's not as practical as an SUV, at least for cargo room and passenger room. I don't know. What do y'all think? I mean, muscle cars are cool. And if you don't like muscle cars, that's fine. But I know there's Europeans that do like muscle cars, but I don't think they would daily them. I think if they're lucky, maybe they can have it as a fun car, but they daily drive something more practical and smaller. Also, the other concern would be this. Someone from London daily drives a Mustang GT, which I think is cool to be different, but with all the stop-start driving, they get 12 to 13 miles per gallon, so I wouldn't advise it. And just seeing how expensive petrol is there, yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. That is an expensive set of wheels to be driving every day. The parts are the real issue. Now, I never thought of that. I guess naturally, if I got like an old Citroen or something, which I would love to do because I'm a car nerd like that, obviously I would be restricted in getting parts down the street at the local parts store here in Illinois, right? So naturally, I never thought of the inverse of that. If you have a Challenger in London, or if you have a Challenger in Germany or France or wherever, Czech Republic, I imagine it's harder getting parts for it, right? Because I'm so used to having these parts abundant because these are American cars. How expensive are American car parts where you're at, and compared to like local domestic cars? And are they hard to get? Car spotting in England with my buddies, and I saw this, okay?
Oh my god, SRT!
It's a Lambo.
Yo! Why the hell is there an SRT in England, man? Why the hell is there an SRT?
Oh my God.
Why the hell is there an SRT here?
These kids are more excited about an SRT Challenger. Actually, judging from the logo on the side, I think it's a Scat Pack.
Why the hell?
Or is that a Hellcat? No, it's a Hellcat. It's a Hellcat. My apologies. Okay, they're more excited about an SRT Hellcat
Why the hell is there an
Challenger
SRT?
than the Lambo right in front. Oh boy, is that proof of it's all about perspective. Oh my God, I see a Challenger every day out in the streets. I wouldn't bat an eye at that. Well, there's a Lambo in front of it. Hell, if I was in England, I'd be looking at all the hatchbacks and all the buses and shit. That's how weird I am. I wouldn't even notice the Challenger.
Why the hell is there an SRT?
Right? Like, I'm seeing that Honda back there and it looks weird. Like, that looks different than our Hondas. And I'm seeing the Lambo.
England, man.
Funny how an SRT Challenger doesn't even faze me anymore. Poor guy Lambo started revving because he thought the hype was for him. Hellcats in the UK are as rare as Apollo, I swear. What's Apollo?
How many Chevrolets do we have in the middle of Berlin? Why, I don't believe any. And yet we take in the Mercedes-Benz and BMW. I say, how many American cars are in the middle of Munich? And the answer is none.
Of course there's none, because the car's not good. Dude, if you had a Chevrolet on the Autobahn, it would get car sick. They can't handle it. American car would break down before it even gets to Poland. 9!
How many Chevrolets?
Honestly, this is pretty funny. I mean, I'm trying to picture the Autobahn in Germany where there's all these like Mercedes-Benz and AMGs and Beamers, Porsches, Audis, Volkswagens, hell, even vans going like 140, 150 kilometers per hour and maybe even faster. I don't know. I'm trying to picture like a Chevy Impala and a Ford Taurus, a Dodge Journey or something, right? Like, it just doesn't, I don't know. I admit it doesn't work, does it? It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right to even talk about. If I'm an Autobahn, I admit it. As someone who likes all cars, I like German cars. I actually do like American cars. You know, I like Japanese cars, whatever, right? I admit, if I'm on Autobahn, I'd rather be in an Audi or a Mercedes 10 times over than a Chevy Impala or something. Now, if we're talking about Chevys, I think a Chevrolet Corvette would be fun on Autobahn. That could go toe-to-toe with y'all. But, I mean, that's a niche market, right? How many Corvettes can we count on everyone to buy? I mean, that's not a good plan. America has a car culture that isn't really shared anywhere else. People don't want large, inefficient vehicles in most places. And you know what? Honestly, that's fair to say. I think they kind of nailed it. If we really think about it, it is a unique car culture here. And think of what you will, it is what it is, but it doesn't translate well. And that's okay. I think as long as people know that. And I think that's what it's about. Just don't expect everyone else to go along with it. And I don't. But some Americans do. They would question why everything's so different in other countries, and they maybe wouldn't like it because it's not what they're used to. Because German cars are superior. I mean, yeah, German cars do well in Germany. Go figure, right? That's what they're made for. I'm pretty sure don't Mercedes-Benz and Audi and all those, don't they kind of take the Autobahn into consideration when they're designing the car? Like, they make the cars to be able to perform well in various situations, including on Autobahn. These cars have to be smooth. They have to be well-built, solid, and they have to be able to sustain high speeds safely. I like American cars as much as the next guy, but if I want to take a car at 150 miles per hour on Autobahn, you know, am I going to take an Audi or am I going to take a Chevy Impala? I'm sorry, America, but I'm going to take the Audi. Yeah, why do American cars seem so big in Europe? That's a truck, but yes. What's funny is well, actually, it's not an American car. I think that's based on something else. But we have these. Like, if you wanted a small Chevy in the U.S., you could get this. It would be a Chevy Cruze in the U.S. I don't know what it's called in other markets. The reason I say it's not an American car is because I think it's a rebadged, like Korean car or something, or a European car. I'm not sure. But it is a Chevy. But to be fair, you know, not a lot of Americans drive these, right? Let's get real. The Ram 1500 is going to be more common than the Chevy Cruze, and that's crazy to say out loud, but it's true, and this is why I would not drive one in Europe. I mean, you can't park this thing anywhere. It's obnoxious, right? Oh my God. What? Y'all don't have like 15 lanes of craziness going into the city and going out? Y'all don't waste like 3 hours going, I don't know, 7 miles?
All right, I'll be back in a bit.
Well, what are you doing?
Taking the cup.
You're going. Well, I said you could take a car. I didn't mean that car. Take this car. This is a great car.
Oh, God, what's it gonna be?
What is that one? I don't know this
It's a
one.
classic. I mean, everyone, the girls will love it.
Oh.
Up a moto.
Oh, it's an old Mustang. I thought it'd be like some old beater. Hey, that's not bad. It's going to be a little bit different than the G-Wagon, though.
What is this?
See how gorgeous the interior is?
You kidding me? What is this?
It's
What are
all
these seats?
original. This
What
is
are these
Damn.
seats?
those are 1970 seats. It's beautiful. Your girlfriend will love it.
I
She will
like-
love it.
Yeah,
I like
she
the
will.
ones that have the automatic seat coming back. You know?
I guarantee she will love this versus the G-Wagon, the Porsche, the anything.
I don't even know how to drive this thing. What is this? I can't even drive
Wait,
this.
can you drive a stick?
Yeah, I can drive a stick. I'm European. Of course I know how to drive
All right,
a
so then
stick.
you'll be
I'm
fine.
not something that's at grandpa's age. I don't know how to
Damn.
drive these things.
Nice color and
Not
everything.
grandpa's age. This is called a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where's the Bluetooth?
Classic muscle.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
big money here, too.
No air conditioning. The
No,
windows
no,
don't
no,
go
no,
down
nothing.
with the electric.
No, it's
I
all.
don't want this car.
It's a great car. She will love
I'm
it.
taking the G-Wagon.
I'm taking the G-Wagon. I'm playing golf.
It's gonna break down on the way.
No. This is a great car. It's loud and obnoxious, like you.
Now, I would take that Mustang in a heartbeat. I think some people might as well. But the only thing,
No,
classic
it's
cars, even in great shape like this, they are temperamental. So I don't know if we could sit here and say, like, this is going to be the most reliable if he's going far. So hopefully he's not going far. But, yeah, that is an awesome car. This is obviously a bit, but it's pretty funny. I cut it there. I thought that was pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I appreciate you watching. I will definitely be doing more when it comes to Americans driving in Europe. Those are funny clips. So we'll do stuff like this coming up very soon. This is a little bit of a different twist, and it did not disappoint. American vehicles overall, even Challengers and stuff, just look pretty odd in European streets, I have to admit. But it's kind of a cool clash, honestly, if you ask me. And it's a rare sight, so I suppose some enthusiasts might be excited by it. When was the last time you saw an American car near you, if you're watching from outside of the U.S.? Is there any that you actually enjoy seeing, or is there any that you hate seeing? I would love to hear your stories. That being said, I hope you have an awesome weekend coming up. If I don't see you, my name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.